Well, we're midway. We're actually no, we're almost done with day 2, number 2 of A Nomad's Tale. Let's see what Claroken has for us in this lovely thing. We're like almost there in day 21, you know? So you just got almost killed a Kiki. This will pick up right at the end of our last video. Let's see what Claroken has for us.
So we basically set up a very small bubble.
Got a bubble? Turning it up for me too.
Which will hopefully decloak explorers.
Okay.
Successfully decloaked me.
Nice.
It's good. Set our Proteus a little.
So check this out. Somebody has jettisoned loot. So in space, you can right click something in your cargo and you can click jettison. Okay, it's not showing up here, right? But you can click jettison and that will put it in space. Don't do that to a ship, obviously. Come on, chat. But if you do it to like a cheap item, like 1 ammo, it'll make a cargo container. And look how they've done this. They've got the cargo containers on the edge of the bubble. That way, if someone comes in and they're cloaked, it'll decloak them. Because if you get within 2K of something, it'll decloak you. That's why that happens. So they have the mobile warp disruptor. This is a bubble meant to catch people. And then they have these, you put this in between choke points. So assumedly, there is a worm, if he's in a wormhole, and it looks like he's in null, okay? So there's a gate here. Let's make this easier to see. There's a gate here, and there's a gate here. And then as people warp, they will hit this bubble, and they will hit this, and then they will decloak. And then they will take out them. So we're already starting strong with a really awesome point. If you're in nullsec, lowsec, don't warp gate to gate. If the gate is farther then your D-scan goes. If your D-scan only goes to here and you're here, don't warp directly to the gate because maybe there's a bubble waiting for you right on the other side of your D-scan. That's what people look for. We're starting strong. Starting strong.
Too far though. Whoa, okay. Here's a Helios. Okay, check this out. The Helios coming? Maybe we try to kill him. Try it. Let's see if we can kill this guy.
So he's in null. It was his bubble. He sees a Helios coming. He's on gate. The Helios just jumped in and he launched with his flycatcher an interdiction probe. This is the same thing you saw in the last talking point, but that was a mobile warp disruptor. That was a stationary like bubble you can just place and it's just there. This is a ship that has ammo. It's this interdiction launcher. It's a flycatcher. So that's the name of the ship, flycatcher. This is the interdiction bubble launcher, and it launches this giant bubble. And when someone warps in, jumps in, they get caught in the bubble, and then he can try to take them out. So, the Amicus uncloak. Let's see. He has 1 minute. Amicus, he jumped through, I think. You have 1 minute on the cloak timer. There he is. Helios. He's trying to crash the gate. Trying to crash the gate. Crashing the gate means going right back to the gate you came from.
He's gonna probably try to take advantage of the other things.
Okay, rats coming in. Bubbles the other side.
Might have missed them here, but we'll see.
Launched third bubble way too early, correct. Yep. Definitely did. He might miss it now. There's the Helios. Wow, we got real lucky on that Helios spawn. Spawned right in the middle of those bubbles.
Yeah, I guess this whole game changes a lot when nullification is such an easy thing. Yikes.
Yep. Never ever fly around null without a nullifier. Okay, this is an interdiction nullifier. Okay, let me find it. An interdiction nullifier. It makes it so that you are immune to those bubbles. Okay, immune to those bubbles. So it's a module that fits in your high slot, but be warned, you can't fit this at the same time as you fit a EM burst, whatever it is. They break each other. It says right here, cease to function when a burst jammer module or Higgs anchor rig are fit. This is a balance issue because if you have a Higgs anchor, a burst jammer, and an interdiction nullifier, they're literally never going to catch you. You become uncatchable. So, and that is correct. Must be activated before warping. Really, really good point from Gonlink. Yes. So that's what a nullifier is. Very powerful, and that's what let the Helios leave. So
that's okay.
It's all good. Proteus jumping back. It's an armor Proteus, so don't worry.
So today is day 21.
Sometimes you don't catch them.
We're about to move to a new wormhole. So we're just going to go for it. Somebody kills us, somebody kills us. And that's the end of it. So here's our plan. We warp in to the wormhole. The guy currently sitting on that wormhole is going to cross over right now to the other side.
This is like the scariest thing. All of his work, all of his loot is in this orca, and he has to move it from one wormhole to the next. This is his most vulnerable. This is the equivalent of a crab molting. You're at your most vulnerable. Your armor is gone, your timers are gone, and if there's one small gang, he'll lose everything.
Side. Now,
We'll see.
as we land, we will of course be doing that, but we're now going to send our Loki pilot to
A little bit too loud.
target
Chat.
hole.
Turning it down, I got you.
At 10. Oh, it's a stereo on scan. You see that?
Stereo bad sign. No combat probes yet.
All right. Well, not a lot of sense in turning around for a little Astero, so
turn
we're
around.
going to keep going. Loki moves to the target. The orca goes through the...
I don't think that's this. So he was saying can't turn around now. And then he says, well, I've already committed. I can't turn around. And that's a sunk cost fallacy. No, I think it's wise to not turn around. Because the orca is going to take, what is it, like a 45-second align time? 45 seconds, you're going to be pointed in that 45 seconds. You might as well just get the hell out of Dodge and get off of D-scan, because you best believe that Astero saw an orca on D-scan, and he's pinging his people.
Hey, FC, I have an orca in J124B830, whatever it is. Can we get some bodies out of here?
That happened. Or he's an explorer. We don't know. You assume the worst. 3 business days to warp is correct. Right.
The orca goes through the first wormhole. And as soon as he's off...
One down.
Go through here. One last D-scan. We're going to go through.
Come on.
And now Naru is going to align. Decloak. Turn a micro on. There's a Praxis on scan. This is a clusterfuck. Do not do this.
Bad. Bad.
Alright, so he's off. We're going to warp to the target.
Praxis, unironically, an orca killer. Because people understand that an orca is going to have much shields. How do you stop much shields? Yeah, you get a Praxis with a full rack of newts, baby. Praxis, scary ship to see. A very good, effective, cheap PvP ship, all things considered. It's one of the cheapest battleship hulls in the game. Not a... Oh, those are Nosferatus. Not a joke. You could actually... I have died in my Proteus to a Praxis, and he literally admitted to stream snapping. You know, but he actually said, like, oh, hey, yeah, I looked at your stream and saw your fit, and then I countered it. But I have a very active, focused Proteus fit. And since the Praxis has so many mids, so many lows, and so many highs, you can do a lot with it. So even if it's just this, like this could be what you see come kill your orca. So Praxis, if you see a Praxis on D, it's probably either a new bro or somebody who knows exactly what they're doing and they're here for your body. There's no in between. Absolutely no in between.
We're going to approach the target. We're going to go through.
It's actually the same as an Astero now that I think about it. If you've seen Astero on D in a wormhole, either it's some newbie explorer who's got like maybe 10 million of ISK on him, or it's some like absolute scout god who's flagged his corp that you're there and they're going to jump your bones. You know, it's crazy. That's true. Same with the Sisters of EU ships.
We just have to get him through this hole and then we're home free.
Yep, do it. Come on now. Pulse that afterburner.
We're going to roll through. Proteus is going to stay on this side until we're through. Loki is going to go through and cloak.
Okay.
And our grid on this side is clear. Man, that Astero in practice showing up was pretty rough. So we're going to orbit this at 25. Cloak on. Crystallis is landing. Got to go through quick. Got to go through quick. Proteus goes through.
So he had his home, Wormhole 1, Wormhole 2, And he's going into a third wormhole. So he went from his home to wormhole 1. That's where he saw an Astero on D. Okay, already scary. When he's in wormhole 1 and mid-warp to wormhole 2, he sees a Praxis on D. Very, very scary, because now it looks like people are following him. Because they are. Now he's going to wormhole 3. And what was happening is he had his Orca one wormhole behind his Proteus and his Loki. So his Loki is over here, his Proteus is here, and his Orca is like one behind. So he's got this like forward scout mechanism coming in. Very effective. This is a really good way to move your expensive stuff. If you're doing that you're like 1 or 2 jumps ahead. You can argue like, where's the scouting party behind him? Dead. You don't need it. Ahead of you is where you need to go. Put your forces where you need to go. That's a good idea. So, no, it is not, Definga. It's a great question. Great question. No, it is not.
Pretty freaking nervous about this. Nobody's coming through the hole. I think we did it, guys.
Okay, venture.
Warp!
Get out of there.
Warp, yes! Man, that was so sketchy. My heart rate is going a million miles. I did a ton of prep for this, and it all fell apart as soon as I started moving. Oh my gosh.
I forget who said it, but like, life happens while you're making plans. This was a good plan. It didn't all fall apart. Give yourself some more credit there, Chlorokin. This was really well executed. Kept a cool head, all things considered. Had he decided, oh no, I have to go, I have to head back, he would have died. I guarantee you. Praxis would have pointed him, not gonna be able to kill the Praxis. It's very tanky. Praxis calls his buddies. They take out his whole fleet. Everything dies. So his understanding and knowledge of the game enough, really it's all about align time. It comes down to align time. It will take me 50 seconds to get my Orca off this grid. I should continue, because at least in front of me, I have scouts. If I turn around, now I have to move my Loki Proteus fleet behind me. Does that make sense? Like, come back. Not a good idea. Good job, Chlorokin. Good job. The first casualty is the
heart
plan.
rate.
I like that. I like that. Home free. Whew. Deep breaths, champ. Deep breaths.
Made it. We freaking made it.
You did it.
Yo, look at this. New base. So cool.
Yep. Got some other stuff back there.
Way.
But
They're gonna roll one of my connections before I'm done getting all my shit out of here. Oh no.
uh-oh.
That's not good. I'm gonna have to think fast.
They're rolling your hole?
This is super awkward. I honestly had not planned for this.
In the crane. Launching. Stero and Praxis still
They're
there.
so good at the game.
Looks like they're rolling the hole.
So here's what we're gonna do. That's okay. No worries. Go through the hole quick.
Hole is end of life. The Praxis is one of the main ships that you see for collapsing holes. Wormholes last a certain amount of time if undisturbed, and they also have a certain amount of mass that can go through them. So if you can intentionally roll the hole and get rid of it by sending a very high mast ship into it. Here's a good fit for that. This is just a rolling. I'll give this to y'all. Super easy. We've got a ton of arm. You're going to see a lot of odd choices here. The odd choices are because you want us to get as much mass as possible. Where is it? This one. Mass. We're at 292 trillion. Is that what that says? Crazy. You turn on your micro warp drive. Okay. The afterburner is not for navigation. The afterburner is for pulsing to align faster if you need to. The micro warp drive, watch my mass. 192. Boop. 292. Big. Big. And we've got, of course, yes, the Higgs anchor on there is going to make it even larger. The Higgs anchor is what pushes the mass. It literally is the thing that does it. This fit is entirely pointed on its goal is to roll the hole with compact micro warp drive on, Higgs anchor going through the hole, and if it gets caught, I'm going to quickly lock onto something, hold them down, unlock them from anything but me, and newt them out while the rest of my party gets here. So this is basically like a utility Praxis. I'll put this fit in the description for y'all. So, and for now, I'll put it in the Loru gaming chat. And for only 277 million ISK, this is basically in the back pocket of almost every single Wormholder Corp serious person's utility belt. Think of it as something that they need to have. So it might not be a Praxis, might be a Dominic's, whatever. But that's one of the cheapest ways I've seen to do that has the same utility. Enjoy that fit. Get it done.
Quickly. Perfect.
Do it. Do it.
Now,
does it collapse as he goes through?
Activate our stuff. Here's what we're gonna do.
5 minutes.
The capacitor is empty.
Notice how he's warping with his exploration ship. He immediately hits his warp stab, his nullifier, because he doesn't know what this guy has. He has no idea what this guy has, but he actually emptied his capacitor. He might not be able to warp. Oh no.
Off.
Drive active.
Praxis uncloaking. Warp got off. Okay. Phew.
I have virtually all of my valuable stuff, right?
Yep.
In the crane now.
Drive active.
Okay.
Anything left in that corporate hangar is pretty worthless.
Yeah.
Like 200 mil worth of stuff there, maybe. I am going to sit back and let them roll that hole. It's not like we have too much of a choice, but what I'll do is I'll simply scan my way out, bring everything to KSEC, and then
Basically the worst possible thing that could happen. Because as I showed y'all, he has 3 wormholes in between his old home and his new home. Okay. And one of, I don't know if it's, I think it's this one is being rolled. It's about to be gone, which means he can't get there. So he could try to go fast and get everything into his new home. But that Praxis, if it's anything close to what I just showed you, is going to kill one of his ships. And dude, he's rolling. Look at this gas. He's got 10,000 compressed M3 bottom right corner. This is, it's hard to see. I think it says 431 million-isk. It's his whole hull. He doesn't want to risk that. So if you see stuff going south, sign off. Do something else. You don't need to force it. It's when, remember in Oceans 12 or 11, I think it was 12, where they can't get enough money and they go, we're forcing it. They go, yeah. Like it's always tougher to do the right move if you are forced to do any move. So if this kind of stuff happens to you, if your plan is going awry, if there's people taking you out, do what you have to. But there's nothing wrong with like, look, I'm just going to let time be on my side and just keep it going. So what's up, honey? How you doing?
And then
Wife's in chat. 07's for Loru wife. What's up, honey? You have to rebrand. You're no longer Mrs. Loru. You're now Loru wife. That's right. I love you, honey. One of my favorite movies, Ocean's 11. Come on.
bring it back into the hole through the C2.
Patience.
We definitely have enough scanners over there.
Precision.
Now, I think I have plenty of time.
Planning.
Don't have to worry about a bash. I'm gonna find another way out of here. And I'm gonna do this correctly. We'll just bring everything to low sec, collapse it all down, and spend a day or two.
So he is going to try to get it all out.
The new base.
I think that might be the right
so
move.
clutch of them. Wonder what they're.
The problem is, and I'm sure he's thinking this, is that some random wormhole corp? Or is that the forward party collapsing his wormhole on purpose, getting ready to assault his crap? They know he has an orca.
Motivation was just to screw with me. I mean, that makes sense. I totally relate.
I've been there.
All right, we've waited an ample amount of time to see if they'll show up to grab that. So I'm feeling a lot more confident now than I did 10 minutes ago.
All right.
I thought for sure they'd have a BR there ready to scoop it up.
Right.
All right, here it is. Here it is.
BR is a blockade runner.
For it, wait for it.
What he's concerned with is that this structure is now unanchored, unpowered, with no shield. So if they have been watching him, they are waiting for this crane to show up, and they might just want to take out the crane, because one of the best ways to do PvP in EVE is not to randomly go around and just try to find something. One of the best ways to PvP in EVE is to find a thing that you know somebody's going to come back to and wait. Just wait. So this is very, very scary. Very, very scary.
Scoop.
Scoop it. Get the hell out. Yeah, this is the right ship to do this in. Good job.
That was pretty clean.
It was. That was very clean. He had an instant warp off point very close to his spot. Preparation has saved his life. Can I tell you? There was somebody there. There was at least one ship cloaked there, watching, waiting. I guarantee it. Seeing all that activity before, And what Chlorokin did was he started at this warping point. It's kind of hard to see before because his UI is in the way, but he started here and he had an instant warp off point here. So he was actually pre-aligned to it as he was scooping the item. His preparation saved him. Absolutely saved his life.
Woof. Man, this stuff's having me work triple time.
It's a really good episode so far.
Ooh, we made it to Jeddah.
Back to Jeddah, baby.
Safely. We still have a crap load of stuff left in Shasurin, but thankfully it's not that much money it's worth, so...
I have General So chicken.
We're gonna try to get everything back in the hole. This is honestly pretty intense. I'm trying to save like...
Chloroquine, I'm starting to think that you're an adrenaline junkie, brother. You go from having your plan get ruined to,
All right, I just got all my stuff out. It's a very dangerous situation. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go through Amazon.
It's just, if you're a new bro watching this, Amazon is one of the most ganked systems in all of EVE. It is a low sec system. It's surrounded by high sec. A lot of people just go through Amazon and just get popped. So here we go. Right. Just, let's see.
Jumps.
I hope he's okay, Chad. I really do. We're going to find out in
In
just
my
a
bustard.
In a buster, bro?
But getting through...
This is in Amazon. Okay. To my point. Look at D-Scan. Look at that. It's just tornadoes all day. It's just... Listen, Chlorokin, I wouldn't be doing that, bro.
Bazen in DST is not exactly easy.
I hope your DST has a warp core stab.
Honestly.
I hope it has a warp core stab. DST is the deep space transport. It is the tankier Tech 2 barge. And I don't see a warp core stab, which is Concernicus. He does have the micro warp drive cloak trick, which if you're going into Amazon is actually better than the micro warp drive trick. We've featured our Occator fit before. I'm literally using it right now. This is our dangerous fit for the Occators. We'll feature it in the description, but we've talked about it a ton. This is only 240 million-esque. It's actually less, I think, because of how prices are now. Anyway, so this has an afterburner, and the cloak has nothing to do with it with the afterburner. The afterburner is to pulse it one time to align sub 7, excuse me, because of my afterburner skills. When you have a micro warp drive with a improved cloak, you can do the micro warp drive cloak trick to try to warp off at the very end of your cloak. This is the better setup for a dangerous area because it minimizes the time that you're targetable, and that's the problem. So stabs won't help. They don't even bother disrupting the warp. They just insta pop. I hear you, but I'd rather I have survived many encounters where one ship points me and I get away in my Occator because they don't expect you to run the warp core stab. Why don't they expect you to run it, chat? Because the Occator has a +2 bonus to warp core strength. So people see that and they go, oh, I don't need one. Well, if you run a warp core stab and activate it, you go to 4, which means that somebody has to have a faction scram and a disruptor. And then you're locked down. So, and yes, tornadoes and oracles, they're going to just insta-pop you. But I can't plan for that. What I can plan for is one ship points me, I'm not dying to that. So the amount of times I have literally survived in Pochven because of that, or Hick, correct, Hick, but Hicks are more expensive, correct. Heavy assault cruisers, a Hick. All right, tornadoes on the gate. You don't have to go through it, Chlorokin.
Okay, so what we'll do is bite the bullet, take the jumps, call it a day. Oh my gosh. That was such a long period of time, it felt like. So, I mean, I'm not even done, but at least I can relax now. So I got my main back into the hull. The new hull. In the new base. With the new statics.
Sheesh.
And the new possibilities.
Hear how tired he is? Understandably.
My hauler is still going to be tied up for another couple hours, jumping around high sec.
He has 48 jumps. I'm going to say something. Orokin, I think you did this wrong. I think so he stopped going through Amazon because he saw 4 tornadoes on the gate. And he said, well, I'll just go through high sec, but it went from like 10 jumps to 50. Instead of taking the high sec jumps. This is where I recommend, if you're listening to me, chat, that you just park your ship 1 jump from Amazon. Don't go into Amazon. Just dock up in a station. Come back in like after lunch. Take a break. See if it's better. That one trick, patience, coming back later has saved me hours and hours of time. Absolutely. So, you know, Udema and Savala are just as dangerous. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. That's true. They're just as dangerous and it's a high sec system. So might as well take your time. Those tornadoes live in that system. They're never not on D-scan. Correct. I killed a suspect DST with 1 before because I guess people don't realize you can scripted hit points on those 2. Yeah, this is a really good point. That is it the Phobos? Let me explain this because we have people talking about Hicks in chat. If you see a ship, there's a heavy interdiction cruiser or Hick. These can fit warp disruption field generators. What these are, people think of these and they go, that's just a bubble, right? No, it's not just a bubble. It's something far better, far bigger. Okay, so this makes a bubble within 20 kilometers. But you'll notice it has a charge thing on the top of this. So correct, Gila for adults is the Onyx, exactly correct. You can use scripts in this. So I believe the focused warp disruption is you can now point somebody at 30 instead of it being a bubble. You've changed this into a focused beam, and you can lock someone down at 30 km. But the warp scram script is 16, so it functions kind of like a basic warp disruptor, but it's at a much higher tier. So you can see the warp scrambling script makes it so that we have. Let me find here. Signature radius comes down, duration bonus, warp scrambling range. Yeah, so this is the closer one. So it shoots 100 points of cotton candy. Exactly. So no one's getting out of this because unlike other things, unlike other warp scrams and warp disrupts that have like power 1, power 2, this has, is it 100 points? Is that what it is? Or is it like infinite points? I don't remember exactly. If you get pointed by a Hick, you're not going anywhere, no matter what happens. 100, right, exactly. Yes is the answer, Sargon, correct. So that's what we're talking about. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you are
never safe and Eve.
And you plan, but sometimes you just get popped.
For a couple hours, jumping around high sec.
Yep.
But I'm quite thrilled that everything worked out. Even though that was quite a struggle. Basically what happened
Didn't die.
I wanted to move from here.
You didn't die, champ.
To here.
Oh my God, was it 5 wormholes?
Little connection there.
Sure.
What happened was
No, it was 3.
I had almost all of these holes that were occupied. I had them scouted with alts for like an hour. I waited and waited and waited and waited, and then I didn't see anything, and I said, fuck it, pulling the trigger. I started to move my Orca. And I got the Orca into this C3 right here when an Astero saw me. He saw me at this gate.
Scary.
And it became a bit of an issue. Because I did manage to get the Orca into the system. Alright, system is good. But
This is
he
great.
saw that.
Oh, wait, chat.
So my strategy was leaving a bunch of stuff in the home system. Running the Orca light in case it dies, that way I don't lose everything. And then going back and shuffling everything
1.25 speed, the music just went from like, I'm relaxed to I am now dancing.
back in like 5 to 6 trips. However, I actually had like 8 trips worth of stuff here.
8?
And
Sheesh.
what they did was they brought a Praxis from, I think it might have been from here. And they brought that through my system to here, this wormhole, and they rolled it.
Yep.
They f***ing rolled it.
Which means they were going to come after you anyway. So I'm going to go on a limb. If you hadn't left, you would be assaulted by them right now. You would be under attack right now by those guys coming after your force field shield. You would have been. This is the better one too, because this has a C2 and a C5. This old one was C4, C5.
So
Good.
I'm left with
It's good.
this. No connection. So now half my stuff, half my Orca And a lot of my ships and alts are here. My main is here with my hauler.
Yep.
Just those two characters. And there's a stick here with about 8 trips worth of, about 80,000 M3 worth of stuff.
Sheesh.
So, what I ended up having to do was, you guessed it,
Go to high sec.
I had to take this stuff with my crane. Boop, 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 to here.
Oof.
I took 8 trips from here to here.
I want you to understand why Wormhole Corps are such a necessity if you want to live in a wormhole. If you are watching this going, I want to Nomad, unironically go play Eve Frontier. It'll be better. Eve Frontier plays like this game, like how he's doing it feels. This amount of planning, scanning, we're talking about all day stuff. Wormholers are built different, but if you want to live in Wormhole, join a Wormhole Corp. And in fact, I'm in touch with a Wormhole Corp right now that you will be seeing. You get an exclusive on this video and on this live stream. You're going to be seeing Wormhole focused content very soon come to the channel.
This was end of life the entire time, this hole.
What do y'all think, chat? Type 1 in chat if you want to see some guides on Wormhole ratting. Big sites. Would you like to see that? Type 1 in chat if that's something you want.
And I managed to get everything out. And I'm left with just a stick here. And so I managed to collapse the stick. And I scooped it up, no problem. I get the scanner and I get my hauler out. Now my scanner and my hauler are here. Now to get the Jetta is like 50 jumps from high sec.
Oh my God.
So I cross a Bazin with the crane, no problem. We get the Jetta.
It's not 50 jumps. It still works, albeit it's a bit weaker. The Pochven Express, ladies and gentlemen, is something that I believe, maybe it wasn't around when he was there, but it's something that you should employ. Now this has been nerfed. Way less powerful, but still works entirely. What you do, and I'll just quickly go over this, is you want to get like a, get any of the Cry filaments. And it's this K-R-A-I. Get one of these. This is going to take you from known space, not in a wormhole, from K space, any non-wormhole EVE Online space. Null sec, low sec, doesn't matter. High sec, whatever. Known space. It'll go to trig space. You have a cloak on that ship. And you then, after 15 minutes, because you have to wait for your red timer to go down, you get a proximity filament, and the proximity filament takes you from trig space to known space. Now, these have been nerfed, and Pochven is much harder. Sorry, it's much easier for you to get popped in. You used to be able to just like AFK in Pochven and have no worries. You now do have to go find a station to dock up in, almost guaranteed, because people are out all the time scanning for people. Because they've made it way easier to uncloak people in Pochven. I used to say, hey, just wait 15 minutes and then come back with like a sandwich and you're good to go. Now you have to go dock up and then you get to a safe and use proximity. We have an entire guide on how to use the Pochven Express. That guide still is good, but it's just slower now. That was the nerf. They made everything slower. There's a wind-up time, all this other stuff. So definitely check out that guide. Why the Cry per run filaments? Because that'll put you in systems that will get you close to Jitta. So instead of it taking you an hour and a half of jumping and you have to babysit the ship and all this other stuff, you warp into Pochven, it takes 15 minutes, you come back, you warp out of Pochven with the proximity filament and you're in a Caldari-ish area of K-space and you go back. It's a little bit tricky, but it is going to be less, I think, less involved than 50 jumps. My goodness.
Now I need to get back to Nomash with a Blockade runner. Sorry, with a deep space
go
transport.
back.
That takes like an hour of high sec manual piloting.
Yep.
All right, you can see me doing it here in the background. It takes probably 2 hours. It takes so long.
He was filming this. He was doing this and was like,
okay, I'm literally going to do this like 4 more times. How do I turn this into part of my video? Because I am losing my mind.
he has to do this. And I'm not bashing him at all. This is a completely normal way to play. He's doing it right. Better alive than dead. Good job, Klarokin. Try to use the Pochven Express next time.
So what ends up happening is I get my main stuff back to Jitta, and then they go from Jitta to Asto. And then Asto, I managed to get my main back in here. Now my alt is still in Jitta. I'm still bringing stuff back from Nomash to Jitta.
It's crazy.
And it takes so long because you can't go through.
He laughs. That was a little bit of like Mad Hatter insanity. Just came out. He's like, you like felt pain behind it, you know?
Low sec with a deep space transport.
This next
at
week,
least not the high population low sec systems, the choke ones. So basically what we're left with here was something that should have taken 20 minutes plus scouting into like a 4-hour endeavor. It looks like a John Madden football play or something. It's like...
You see, what you do is you're gonna take the DST from the C4 back. You're gonna go through multiple wormholes to Nomad, and when you take it to Nomad, you're getting ready for a bigger trip. So you gotta run the loot down the field to get to the end zone. That's the name is Jitter 44. Once you're in, anybody else miss John Madden? I do.
Pretty ridiculous. But the good news is we got in here. We now have a C2.
You did it.
C5. And we're in a C4, which is low key.
He did it.
These are the desired statics.
Yep.
And we're happy.
He's an optimal wormhole spot.
This was episode 2 of a Nomad Tale.
Excellent.
In this episode, we
finished 2.
My gosh, we did so many things. It's hard to even keep track.
Hey, Google, cancel. I don't know what I just said, but my Google starts going, I'm not quite sure.
We hunted, we armed, we moved. We did a lot of things.
Yes, Eric. Always.
I don't necessarily think this recap is necessary anymore, but
every stream is housed on my YouTube for free. Every single one.
I really like the outro music, so yeah, let's jam out to that. Thanks for watching, guys.
Episode 2 of A Nomad's Tale is done. Learned a lot, got to see a lot, and if you want the full Nomad's Tale playlist, that is right here, baby. Check it out because we're going to have a bunch of reactions. We're going to be doing this for a long time. Next time, we start episode 3 of A Nomad's Tale. Huge stuff. And y'all were here. Thanks for the discussion. It was great stuff. Sub right here for the best Eve guides. We'll see ya in the next video. Thanks very much.